Hello everyone, it is Shay in Silver Lake, Oregon. It is June 10th, 2026. It is currently 77 degrees. It is going to be 89 today, so it's going to be really hot. And there's a 4-mile-an-hour wind, so there's just a slight breeze. I just got done watering my garden like an hour ago. And just looking at some of the stuff. It is currently 10 to 11, so 10:55, or, well, it's 10:50, but for, give her a minute. All right, I have not done anything about this marigold, but water it. Okay, we've established that. But I thought we would go a different direction because we are getting new subscribers, new people. Look how and I wanted to show you how beautiful those California poppies are. There's just like other stuff. So, for those of you who know I don't edit my videos. I don't rewatch them. So, there's that. And look how beautiful this. Remember how much I complained, you guys? Cried and whined about how ugly it was. Look how gorgeous it is! This is lavender. I got some flowers. Just had to stop and take a moment of that. And then back over there is the carnations that are just like, look so magnificent, but are like the size of pennies. Ooh, there's a butterfly. Right there. Oh, which brings me back to what we were doing. Oh, I just wanted to give you a tour real quick of how everything looks during the day after it's being watered. Looking good. Look at oh, there's another butterfly. Butterflies. Okay. And this peach tree is just upsetting. I don't know what's happening. Look, it's still the same size. You can see it right here. Still the same size. Slowest going peach tree I've ever seen. These look sad back here. Maybe I should water them. I have to be careful because, that lavender is supposed to not be watered over there. I don't know what's happening. But there's going to be a change back here. Anyway, because these keep being unhappy. I don't want to spend my whole time making these plants happy. I have a million of these. This one's fine. The only thing I can think of is when I provided this one shade, it got happy. So there needs to be more shade or something back here. I don't know what's happening. I don't care. These are my sunflowers. Grossly compacted. Still not going to do anything about it. Because the only ones I'm going to harvest are the ones that look the best. So I'm really cutting back on harvesting. Because I just want the strongest. And this was, oh, there's that butterfly. He's so beautiful. I don't want to disturb him. Okay, there we go. I want to just keep the best, the strongest. Like this one, I will harvest. It's not like the best looking, but it came back on its own. It's nice and thick. It made it through that weird early spring we had that just devastated so much stuff. So that I'll be keeping. And a lot of these ones, because these ones pulled through too. Through that. So those ones will be keeping. Man, it is sweltering out here. Of course, my green onions and my garlic, we know these guys are beasts. So they're staying. I'll be harvesting those seeds, but I'm trying to cut back on onion seeds because I have like 5 billion. And nobody wants onion seeds anymore. And I can't just like let them, well, I'm going to drop those 3 right over there in the back here after I weed that out. And there's a random carrot growing there. I don't know what's happening. But I'll clean out that little spot back there, and oh, look, there's a bee. He's busy. Sorry, sir. And I'll drop those seeds over in there, and I'll be fine with that. And then this garlic is the seeds that I'm wanting. These will be the ones that will start my garlic seed giveaways. Okay, and then I'm not collecting marigolds anymore this year. I will not be harvesting any marigolds because there's so many that have come back on their own through the worst of the weather. So those are hardy. These are all from the same group. So these will come back on their own next year, or whatever ones that survive, and those will be the best. Okay, so that's happening with that. This is getting moved. I know that can survive anything because those have been here probably 4 years or 5 years worth. These are 5 years old, so they've been through some gnarly weather, and I've put them through drought and everything. So I know this is all hardy. I'm going to transfer that along that fence line going all the way, and on the outside or on the inside of my fence all the way like that. So those will be fine, and I'll do something completely different. I don't know, but it's going to take me a couple years to get all the babies that'll keep popping up from not getting every little root. So that will take me a little bit. So it'll have to be something that I can disturb the roots on for a while. This garlic we know is yay. And then this, I don't know what's happening. They're like, I saw the ones at the museum, and they had like some massive seeds, and that's like seems to not be happening with this. And so, but it is giving shade for nothing for its babies. It's giving them shade for the babies. I don't know. But I'm going to cut this down and use this as mulch at the end of the season anyway. That's what my plan is. Anyway, so what I need back there, I think, is ground cover. And this Sweet Williams, it's actually a catch fly, but it comes from the Sweet Williams family. I don't know if I planted it or if it's I don't know, because I have a bunch of stuff that grows over here in this corner that comes from that bird seed, that bird feeder. I got crabgrass. I got this weird other spiny weed. Last year I had this weird pokey sunflower that was like right here. And it sucked. Trying to walk past it would always poke you. It was a crazy one. I guess it's a sunflower from over in the Middle East. But anyway, so this is the catch fly. You can get a good look at it. See how far it comes out. So like from the wall, you see when you're looking at this dead on, like how it comes out. I guess it doesn't like to be overwatered. Look how far out it's coming. Okay, so I guess it doesn't like to be overwatered. But it's great for like the little like gnats and the little tiny insects that rob the nectar, or that they eat little. It's a insect repellent, pretty much, is what I looked up. And when you Google it, there's an orange one that's like going extinct, and they're encouraging people to plant them. But whatever, I'm not ordering nothing online. I don't care. I have this. But it also said that it aggressively self-seeds and stuff. And I'm like, that could be true. Because I did not have this many last year. I had like a couple. This is my marigold box that I usually harvest marigolds. Every year I put them in this box and then throw them in the garage. See, there's still some in here. I don't know. But I don't care. So I'm going to harvest these in this box for right now. Like, and let them dry out a little bit. And then I'm going to clip, and then put them in that box when, you know, as they're dying out, so that the seeds don't keep dropping here. I'm sure some seeds have dropped already, but whatever. I'll collect as many as I can because I'm going to transfer those. I have to build something around that now because I keep knocking over this little cluster of sunflowers. See, I think I even broke that one, but whatever. Like, now I have to put bricks around this. Is ridiculous, but I'll do that when I go to weed this. I still have to finish this, which is not getting done because it's too hot. Like, way too hot. So I'm thinking, look at these. Oh, I got all kinds of stuff. And those are for butterflies and humming. Oh, look, there's another one. See, there must be something back here. This one I've got to pull. See how there's only one flower left, but it has all these beans. So then you'd come in here. It doesn't matter if you don't get the root because once you pull it out, because these like reseed California poppies. I thought, okay, until I get it all. Pretty much, there's strawberries in there. Oh, yeah, right here. Lunch. Ooh. Ooh, that was good. Okay, so I'm going to use these as mulch. And when the seeds pop, because we went over that, these beans, they pop. They'll help cover ground cover for apparently these that have been growing here for several years. I don't know why they're acting like this. Look at this one. He's massive. I'm gonna call him Fred. Like Fred Flintstone. And they got Barney back there. I don't know what Barney's doing. So, this one I'll leave for a little while longer. And then I'll pull this one. This one kind of looks like it needs pulled though. See, that's what the root looks like. It only has one flower left. And then the strong will survive back here. And then I'm going to do the same thing with that catch fly. Put it all in here. I don't care about, like, these Johnny Jumpers are fine, whatever. And put those in here because the more space that this stuff takes up, and it'll make the butterflies happy and the hummingbirds. And I can put a hummingbird feeder back in this back corner where it's away from, so to stop the hummingbird fights. That's got to stop. I can't even stand it. Like, I got to leave because I keep thinking, oh, they'll work it out. They're not working it out. I don't know what this is, but it looks suspicious. So it's out of here. And then, so I thought I'd do it like a daytime video. This is 4 o'clocks. They grow right here. And then that's a sunflower that I'll keep. And if this one can make it, I don't know how, because it's in my path. But if it makes it, it makes it. The other ones, they got clipped. That one only made it because of those bricks. I don't need bricks all over the place out here tripping over them. So, and then my carrots, I'll collect the seeds to that. I have not given away too many carrot seeds because I didn't know if they would actually grow. So I had to wait 2 years, 2 seasons for me to get the seeds. And then I had to plant them. And then obviously this is the aftermath of not collecting them in time because I wasn't sure because the bees were all over them. And I wasn't like sure when was the good time to collect them. And then this is what, so now I know I can collect carrot seeds. I can divide them. I can keep half and then I can give away. So that's good. I know my mint does good every year. The daisies, obviously, the wind will blow the seeds and they'll get into, and then usually I clear the path. Nothing usually pretty much grows right here except for a few weeds. But they'll grow, they'll throw in. So whatever I decide to plant in these 2 rows is going to be enough that where I'm going to have to be able to clip daisies out if they happen to. But it hasn't blown past. Oh no, wait, I think I did have a daisy in my asparagus that I gave away already. But big deal, I can just give them away, who cares? This is the bed that's starting to become a problem because my dog is laying in it because of how much shade it gives. And the problem with that is this is a Sweet William bed, and that's not good for animals. Luckily, he doesn't eat any of this, but it can make them sick. So I'm trying to make more. He likes, I don't know what to do. I'm thinking I'm going to have to move the table, then put in like a rock wall somehow but it gives him, I don't know, dig out, and I don't know. So we're at that. I just try to chase him out of it, but he sneaks over there and lays in it. So maybe his spot during that time, I'm gonna have to watch the time. Maybe his spot isn't cool. Maybe I need to make another cool area that he can hang out in. That I have to get back here and weed. I have to move this bike, move the cage, weed, all that. And I think I'm going to pull, see, I wish the cage, maybe if I squeeze the cage in, then I could fit that yellow daisy, and the yellow daisy came back. I planted that last year. I'm super excited about it. So that way I'll have if this pear tree can make it, I'll have a pear tree that's surrounded, one side yellow daisies coming around and then white. I'll have to chop out the edge of this one next year to thin it a little bit and then to give this one tons of room to grow for a while. And then this one I'll just have to, every time it grows in, I'll just cut and move until I build a wall. I'll probably move it in the back, try to build it from back here. I just didn't know I was getting a pear tree, so I was super excited, and that was like the best spot that I could do to give it as much protection as I could from deer, from the elements. I'm still going to have like a little bit of wind problem in the winter time. But I can back up the bike, I can stick that stake in, and I can take a sheet and just build a sheet wall where the snow still goes into the middle because it's got to have that, but where the wind is cut back some, and give it just, you know, like a few years. After a few years, it'll be able to handle itself. But until then, and I got to do the same thing with that plum clear out there, and probably the same thing with the peach tree, because the peach tree is sad. Absolutely sad. Anyway, so I thought I would come out here and do a day video. So peace, love, and happiness. May peace be with you always. Have a wonderful day, week, hour, minute, month, second, year. You know the schmill. Don't forget to rewind and be kind. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.